Hello everybody and welcome to Mat Pilates class. We're going to go through an all-level ab-focused flow with a nice mix of supportive and spicy movements. You don't need any equipment for class today, but if you have a small Pilates ball, I would have that on hand. It's great to use to make some of these movements more supportive. So we're going to get started down on our back. If you've got your ball, just set it off to the side, out of your way, and let's go ahead and begin with our Pilates breathing. Knees can be bent with your feet flat on the mat, or you can stretch those legs long. And for your hands, I'm going to invite you to take your thumbs to kind of the front lower portion of your rib cage, your fingertips resting towards your hip bones, maybe connecting to those hip bones. So as we take an expansive inhale through our nose, imagine your whole center like an inflating balloon. Breathing into your hands. As you exhale, try to think about a deflating balloon, feeling your rib cage sink in, slide down to your hip bones, and we feel this tightening and stabilizing coming into our center. 3 more breaths together. Slow, smooth, inflating inhale. Deflating, stabilizing exhale. Particularly focusing on drawing that rib cage down towards your hips while keeping your chest open. 2 more breaths. Breathing into the front, back, and sides of our torso. Anchoring our rib cage down into the mat. 1 more. Very nice. From here, reach your fingertips and point them straight up to the ceiling. So arms are reaching up to our ceiling. Nice big inhale without popping our rib cage. Bring your arms back overhead, keeping that rib cage stable. Bring your arms up and lower those arms down by your sides. 2 more. Up and back, feeling a nice glide of our shoulder blades upwards and downwards. 1 more with just the arms lifting overhead. And forward and down by our sides. Lift your arms overhead again. This time, as you bring your arms forward and down, march your right leg into your tabletop. You're going to have to stabilize in through that center, anchor the rib cage, anchor the core. Inhale, foot comes down, arms go overhead, and we switch, marching our left leg into tabletop. And we're just going to continue to alternate the reach of the arms overhead and the lower of the arms with the march of alternating legs. You're trying to keep your body anchored and stable into the mat, especially through your hips and rib cage. That's your focus. Breath and movement are 1 here. Waking up and warming up our body, stabilizing into our center. Continue to slide those shoulder blades down the back and gently towards one another as you lower those arms. Let's do 4-ish more together. Neck is long and relaxed, no tension through our jaw. Finding our core. Finishing out your last set. Very nice. Just take your arms out to a T for me. Position those feet to the edges of your mat and a gentle windshield wiper of those knees, letting them gently fall right and left, right and left. From here, we're going to move into our chest lift. You've got 2 options for chest lift. We're going to start with the feet down. You can either use your lower lift arms like so, palms facing away, or for more support, you're going to take your fingertips cradling the base of your skull and supporting the weight of your head as you chest lift up. I typically like to start there and then I'll progress to my lower lift arms. We're thinking about pulling our rib cage down to our pelvis and floating our chest up. Big inhale. Exhale, starting to curl your chest up. Feeling that tightening and contraction through the abdominals, you're curling up to the base of the shoulder blades, and then you're gently lowering and lengthening your spine and back of head down to the mat. Few more here. I've got my elbows slightly closed in to stay nice and soft and relaxed through my shoulders. You're thinking about this gentle articulation through the upper back and feeling that deflating balloon sensation, pulling those abdominals away from our shirt and pants down towards our spine. 2 more here. 1 more up and down. Lower your head all the way down for me. We're gonna move into 100 prep. So the head is gonna stay up. We'll be inhaling for 5 pumps of the arms and exhaling. Because it's a sustained chest lift, you may wanna add the ball behind your neck like a pillow, always knowing you have that option. Everyone's fingertips are up to the ceiling to start. Position the ball now if you'd like it. Inhale, arms go back. Exhale, find your chest lift up, keeping your rib cage pulled down towards your pelvis, shoulders away from the ears, kind of like you're slapping water, small pumps. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chest up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Long arms, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the head down, gently turning the head right and left, very, very gently a few times, just to release any tension that may be found through that neck. Moving into our single leg stretch. Let's pull both knees into the chest. Again, same option. You can always place that Pilates ball or a pillow behind your neck and head. We'll be curling up into our chest lift. We'll be extending one leg out away from us, one leg at a time. Big, beautiful inhale. Think about ice cream, scooping those abdominals to curl your head, neck, and shoulders up, up, up. One leg pulls into our chest, other leg stretches long, and we begin to carve and switch. I want you to think about carving your legs with intention. So we're pushing that leg away from us from the back of the hip, the glute, and then we're keeping the chest up from the power of our abs and the pulling down of our ribcage to our pelvis. Let's breathe together. Ab-focused Pilates flow. Shoulders away from the ears, heart center lifted, chin nodded into the chest, knowing you can always choose to lower that head or place that ball or pillow behind your neck. Getting stronger through those abs with each repetition. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees pull in and you lower head, neck, and shoulders down. Nice work. Stretch your legs all the way long for a moment. Take your arms back overhead and let those ribs kind of expand and disconnect from the mat. We're gonna go double leg stretch, taking a little variation today. I'm gonna give you a quick visual. So we're gonna close the elbows in our chest lift. Keeping our chest lift, we'll open the elbows and extend the legs to a high diagonal. You can lower those legs as much as you want, but we're gonna make sure our spine and ribcage stays anchored into the mat. So when you're ready, pull your knees into your chest. Hands are at the base of the skull. Big inhale. Curl yourself up, 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 and close your elbows in towards one another. Inhale, extend your legs out, open your elbows, keep your chest up, and then exhale, reel into this ball position. We are letting our head be heavy in our hands as we extend and bend and open and close those elbows. Press and imprint your spine into the mat and choose the height of the legs that you can control. You should feel this burn through those abs. Breathe with me. Breath and movement is 1 for 4. Carving through the air, 3. Upper, lower abs, 2. And 1. Lower down, carefully roll to one side and press yourself up to seated. Finding a comfortable seated position, I'm gonna demonstrate our V stance, knowing you can always soften those knees because we wanna make sure, 1, we're right on top of those sitting bones and we're stacked tall, not leaned forward or back. Quick spine stretch series, arms to a T, grow taller, and take a nice spine stretch over to the side, reaching energy through your spine and fingertips, tall through center, and stretching the other way. Hips are heavy, spine is lengthened. 1 more each direction, up and over, stretching out those abdominals, and 1 more to the other side. Spine twist is next. Arms to a T, you're zipped and stabilized through that center, so we're still knitted in that rib cage, engaged through our core. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twisting to one side and taking 2 little pulses in that twist. Little twist, twist, inhaling through center. Other side. Keeping our arms alongside us, so rotate from your rib cage. Looking gently right and left, tall spine as we rotate. Trying to twist a little bit deeper with each pulse, but staying tall. Breathing is critical here. Heavy hips, active spine. Working through those obliques, one more each side. Last time with me. And relaxing through center, moving into our half roll back. We'll meet together in a seated position. If you have the ball, you may want to tuck it slightly underneath the tailbone for some nice low back and hip support. Ball is optional. Other options, you can hold onto the backs of the legs, or you can join me in floating your arms long. All are great options. Please pick what feels best to your body. Your knees can be bent or stretched long. Start in a very, very tall spine and think about your low abs initiating this gentle roll back. Inhale. Exhale, scoop your lowest abdominal so your tailbone slightly tucks under, and you're gonna roll slightly back as if you were gonna lay down on your mat, but you're not. Stay here. Inhale, stay. Imagine a playground tunnel in front of you. Slurp your abs in deeper and try to roll your ribcage forward over your pelvis. Once you feel those sitting bones, lengthen tall. That's your flow, knowing you can absolutely hold on to the backs of the legs or tuck that ball slightly underneath the tailbone for a nice low back support. Inhale, stay. Your abs deepen into your body as you roll the body forward and lengthen the body up. 2 more here, abs, abs, abs. Slow, powerful, controlled movements. Inhaling at the back, exhaling to roll, pull those abs in deeper, deeper, deeper. 1 more like this with me. Building some heat and power into our center. And all the way up. We're gonna go into an oblique version of this. So just kind of wiggle and reset things. You're gonna rotate gently to one side. You can also hold onto the side of that leg, ball behind you as an option. So we're staying in this gentle rotation. It's not a major twist. And then you're gonna roll back the same way you were before. So tailbone still curls directly under, but we're just rotated with our rib cage towards one side, keeping that rotation as we roll ourselves forward and up. We're gonna do 3 more on this same side. Scoop and roll back, feeling that side body engage, rolling back as far as you feel comfortable. Sip of air in through the nose. New exhale to slurp those abs and roll yourself up right tall through that spine. 2 more. Soft shoulders, very engaged abdominal wall. Smooth and fluid through our spine. 1 more this side. Very good. Tall, tall, tall through center, rotating the other way. Inhaling to prepare and scooping and rolling back, finding that opposite side body now. Same idea, try to curl that rib cage over the pelvis and then bring that chest up. So we really deepen that side body connection. 3 more this side. Tailbone roll slightly under. We feel that power and control through those abdominals using the breath. Breath is key. Articulating and mobilizing our spine, strengthening our abs. 2 more with me, soft shoulders. Final 1 together. Very nice. Let's come through center. We're gonna roll all the way back onto our back. So maybe you grab onto the backs of the legs, maybe you spice up that core and try to roll down with just those abs. Rolling all the way down and letting our head relax down, resetting our positioning. Let's pull our right knee in towards us, holding onto the back of that right thigh. Your left leg can be stretched, long, or bent. Bent is gonna be a more supportive option for your low back. Flex your right foot for me. Holding onto the back of that right thigh, I just want you to straighten that leg like you're trying to high five the ceiling with your foot and take a nice bend. So we're extending and bending a nice dynamic stretch through our hamstrings, as well as activating the front of that thigh. Extending out and in. So we're trying to really lengthen through the back of that leg and kind of stamp that foot towards our ceiling. We've got 4. Breathing with me, 3. You should feel heat coming in through the front of your thigh, length through the back of the leg, 2. And 1. Let's switch legs. So just make sure your hip bones are nice and level. Left leg in towards your chest, holding onto the back of that left thigh, flexed left foot, and we're gonna start to extend and bend. Just noticing any differences from the right and left side of our body. I always feel a little bit tighter through this side. Breath and movement, trying to high five your ceiling with the sole of your foot. 4 more this leg. Anchoring our rib cage, open through our chest. Last 2 here. 1 more. All right, we've got those legs ready for our single straight leg stretch, also known as scissors. So we'll be up in that chest lift. You also have the option to place that ball behind your neck. So either find your chest lift up, keep your head down, or add that ball, pull your knees into your chest, extend your right leg to the ceiling and left leg to a hover, holding onto the back of that thigh or calf. A little tug, tug on that leg, a scissor switch, keeping your chest up, scoop those abs, tug, tug, scissor switch. So I'm really trying to hold that load, pulling my ribcage towards my pelvis and getting this great stretch and mobility through my legs and hips. Breathe. If doing the little breath is too much, just breathe with me in and out. Home stretch here. Last one set, your longest legs, even yourself out. Pull those knees in and lower down. 1 more exercise on our back. We're gonna go for our crisscross. So it's gonna be similar to that single leg stretch where one knee bends in and the other leg extends out, but now we're adding that rotational element for our obliques. We're all gonna take our hands at the base of our skull, closing our elbows in, pulling our knees into our chest. Big inhale. Exhale, curl yourself up, up, up. You're gonna pull your right knee in and rotate towards that right thigh and knee, lifting that chest up, and then switch. So you're trying to lift that chest towards that thigh, push that opposite leg away from that glute, keeping our spine anchored into the mat, pulling our ribcage towards our pelvis. Head is heavy in your hands, pressing and supporting your head with those fingertips. Finding your range and speed. Use that breath. Home stretch here. 1 more each side with me. And release. Let's carefully roll to one side, press yourself up, and make your way to all 4s. Knowing that if being on your hands and knees is not the best option for you, maybe making fists is a nice option. Maybe you grab some yoga blocks to elevate those hands. Some cat-cows. Fingers spread wide, knees under hips. Gently drop the belly, lift the gaze, and stretch out those abdominals. Soften the joints, lengthen in the muscles. Exhale, scoop the abdominals, nod the tailbone to the chest, and dome the spine like an angry cat. Let's take a few more cat-cows, make these kind of ooey gooey smooth. So calming and cooling down the body. 2 more here with me. We'll take a nice little dynamic stretch. 1 more. From here, bring the toes together, big toes together, knees apart. Walk your hands a little further forward so that they're no longer underneath your shoulders. We're gonna kind of draw these kind of funky circles with our body. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull my hips back as if I'm going into a child's pose. I'll circle my side body over to the right, circling through center, over to the left, and back towards my feet. Let's do 3 more this direction. So we're moving through the rib cage, through the hips, through the shoulders, staying nice and lifted through those wrists, spread wide through those fingers. 1 more this direction, and then change your circles. It doesn't matter really what this looks like. Don't stress out too much if you're not feeling super coordinated here. Just focus on finding some ooey gooey stretches and really moving the whole body together as a unit. 2 more circles, circling hips and ribcage around and down. Very good. Let's just meet in a child's pose. Knowing puppy pose is also a really nice option. Less flexion to the knees, child's pose or puppy pose. 2 deep breaths here. 1 more deep breath. Let's find a comfortable seated position. Cross-legged or anything else that feels nice to your body. Make fists for me and just gently circle those wrists a couple times in one direction and a couple times in the other direction, just releasing those wrists. From here, find that lift through your center, that openness through your chest, arms to the sides. Big inhale, try to touch your ceiling. Flip your palms, press that air away. 2 more big, beautiful breaths, up, up, up. And press 1 more. Connect those hands. Draw through your heart center. And we are all done. Thank you so much for joining me for this ab-focused, feel-good flow. Beautiful work, and have a fabulous rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.